it going, guys? So this week on the YouTube channel we're going to be having a look at the Phantom on the roofs of Paris, plus the Phantom, the Scourge of the Air Pirates episode 3. So the key points to look at for the Phantom and the roofs of Paris. Now, to start off with, this cover. Okay, so this cover, we've basically as fans, we've seen this cover for a very long time. This cover came back out, it came out I think in last year, late last year in 2021, so let's get into the story. So the story, as everyone knows, is the second installment of the Bella Polig series, which is done by Peter Anderson and is drawn by Percy Alcahola and edited by Glenn Ford. Now the key points to take away from this story is that we have this masked bandit that is basically going around the famous and the most, I would say, wealthy sort of people in the French society and basically stealing their wealth and then saying, okay, this is mine, I'm not going to take this back, and I'm just going to keep doing it until I get caught, which he does. He gets an encounter with the Phantom himself, which in these days we're taking our Phantom and our readers back to we're taking our readers back to I think the early 19s. So the last story I reviewed, I think it was The Phantom Goes to Hell, and that story we saw the Phantom and his newly wedded wife, which is Jane Carey. They're going on this awesome and wholesome honeymoon, which they haven't done for like probably 3 to 2 years because they've been too busy. So we are continuing this storyline, and I'm just going to say this right here and right now, that this story and this art is so much better than the last story I reviewed. I just feel like it's more, the sketches are more high quality, the story, it's very much there and it's quite good by Peter Anderson. But one thing I'd like to point out is good old Phantom eating I think, biscuit or something. Ruining your appetite, are you? So then the Phantom and his wife actually go and basically stay at a hotel. They're about to go to sleep. A burglar basically says, "Oh, I'm going to steal your objects." Phantom has none of that and tries to get them back, but the Lechant gets away. And then the police officers think the Phantom is actually Lechant, and his wife goes and sorts that out. The Phantom and Lechant make another appearance the night after, and the Phantom has a little bit of scourge with him, a scuffle in the streets, and then finally it comes to a gravitating halt and the story is about to end. And what happens is that the Phantom and Lechant actually are going up the Eiffel Tower. Yes, the Eiffel Tower is in this story, and what a great way to introduce the Eiffel Tower, since this story is basically based in Paris, France. So at some point in the series you're going to have to try and introduce the Eiffel Tower some way, because the Eiffel Tower, everyone knows that the Eiffel Tower is so famous and it's just one of the biggest landmarks and one of the biggest wonders of the world. So why wouldn't you want to introduce it at some point? But moving on, the Lechant, he's caught and the Phantom leaves. Police officers, and just when you're about to think it's all over, yes, we have a continuation, and Lechant and his supposedly wife or girlfriend breaks him out of prison. And I think I was watching a YouTube video today, a couple hours before I recorded this, and it was about the Alcatraz. Now, okay, the Alcatraz story, it's great, but the story, it's so damn good. The last bit of it, the last couple of pages, is just riveting, because you've got this secretary who the police officer in charge doesn't know. He is basically saying, oh, but there was a accomplice. There was someone in my waiting room, and I was talking to her, and she was a part of this organization that is trying to steal wealthy things from wealthy people. And yeah, it went straight over my nose. God damn it. And so at the last page, we see them both have mustaches on. They're both having good old disguises on. And where are they? They're in Venice. They're in Venice, people. Good old city of love. So we have The Phantom by Gaslight, episode 3 of the Air Pirates, part 3. And the Phantom, he's in quite a bit of a strife right now. And what's going to happen in the next couple of pages? The Phantom, as everyone knows, the Pirate's Queen ship goes down in a big almighty battle, and the Phantom rescues everyone. And by the end of this story, the Pirate Queen, is in jail. And I think with this story, I would like to see some sort of continuation with her story, because I feel like there's a lot more to her. I would like to see like a bit of a background check and seeing how she has been introduced to the world of pirating and the world of airships, because obviously this story, it's related to the steampunks. It's related to the steampunk sort of world, and I would just like to see another story by Jason Paulos that introduces this character in sort of another story. So that's what I'm getting at. So we have the forum, letters, comments, social media. You can get it all at the forum. So if you would like to get your letter, if you have something to discuss with Dudley, you can send a normal good old letter at Few Publications, PO Box 2206, Coverley West, New South Wales 2031, or you can email Dudley at fewpublications.com.au. Now, play the Phantom board game, The Treasures of Dracon. Available from Few Publications or phantomcomic.com.au for $135 plus postage. And yes, I still have my 2 copies of the board game. Still haven't played it, but you know what? You get that in the hard jobs. Now, there was one thing I was wanting to talk about this forum, was that, let me see here. Yeah, I found it. So, our good friend, one of our good friends in the, Phantom community, Suji Albert, has had a letter being published in this comic. Now, I read his letter. It's quite interesting, and a very good talking point to whether Few Publications are actually still going to be publishing their digital stuff on the interweb. Me saying interweb, I can't believe I just said that. But yeah, I feel like when you've got the Phantom. He's basically known all around the world. You've got few publications. They've been doing this for the last 70 or 80 odd years for publishing the Phantom since 1948. And you feel like the few publications are only just getting into digital sort of stuff. Like in the last year or so, we've seen a lot of sort of them trying to take advantage of the social media aspect of it. They hired a person, as a lot of people know, they hired a person on Instagram. Haven't seen many posts from them, but I feel like we really do need to stake a point here where few publications, they need to be, I think, keeping up to date with what's happening around sort of ways on how you could basically advertise your products. I think they need to do a little bit more on that and basically get the word out there. And if you're able to do that on the digital side of things, we are good. If you do it on digital sort of things, you're bringing another audience that may have not have had their Phantom comics come out every fortnight. You bring that better audience into these comics, and she's going to get a whole lot better. Now we have the Phantom, the Ghost, and the Monster. You can get the second graphic novel of its kind. You're going to get it find it on www.phantomcomic.com.au, and it's all for $34.95 plus postage. Available now at few publications. Now, if you would like to support our new season of Phantom Cave, then you, as always, you can subscribe, like, share, comment. What did you think of these stories done by Peter Anderson and Percy Okahoa? You've heard my opinion on these stories. Now, what is yours? And as always, keep Phantom Caving, and we will see you next time on the YouTube channel.